good evening, and welcome to Gardner Edgerton, not Gardner Edgerton, Olathe West High School. The first time the Blazers have been able to travel into Owl Land here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Ryan Ragland with you, the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth on a rare Thursday evening, as all the games were moved up due to the fact of the inclement weather coming up. I guess it helps if I don't unplug the main microphone that feeds everything that you can hear, but sorry, Will, I got it. Will's listening, and for whatever reason you've heard the audio changes and everything and trying to figure out exactly where our audio is, and for a little bit I couldn't even hear myself for nothing. So Will's listening to it on my phone to tell me how I sound, and now he's going to listen to his phone. So hopefully we get all this done. Do me a favor, hit into the chat room and let me know if the audio is too loud, if the music needs to be louder, the commercials need to be a little louder. Go into the chat room on YouTube and let me know. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, Will is with me here, and we're going to be trying to do this a little bit different. We're going to try to keep the score on here. We're doing the score editing, the commercials and everything on the same computer, so me and Will's going to have to somewhat work in unison. The Blazers coming off a tough 43-70 loss to Olathe Northwest on Tuesday, and Olathe Northwest is Olathe Northwest. They're one of the top teams in the Sunflower League year in and year out. But good news on the side, we'll kind of delve into this a little bit as I won't have time to play the interview I had with Coach Sliker. But I just learned today, believe it or not, somebody say of course, Keisha has now advanced Class 6A and 5A from 32 to 36 teams. So now what they've done is, instead of having a regular 14 pods, they've gone the NCAA route, and they have play-in games to get into sub-state. So basically what that means is the bottom 4 teams will be seeded. I guess it would be 14, so it would be 15, 18, and 16, 17 would be going against each other. And the winner of those 2 teams would go up against the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed, and then they will start their regular season, postseason tournament starting on that Wednesday. So right now, Blazers are at the top. They are number 15 right now. Or check that. Yeah, they're number 15 right now, which means everything works out right. They will actually host a play-in game instead of going on the road. Now remember, the Blazers are now on the western side of the state, i.e. the Blazer wrestling team is in Garden City right now. They had a bus trip or a van trip all the way to Garden City, and if anyone's taking that truck down 54 Highway from Wichita, getting over to Garden City, that's a boring trip. Made it, been there, done that. Haven't heard any word on how the guys are doing there, but nonetheless, we have, the Blazers on the western side now. One little tidbit, there is a distinct possibility that the Blazer Broadcast Network will be able to bring you postseason action due to a little bit of a change in my schedule. So we're going to work with McCarthy Auto Group on that and see if we can get something going. So postseason action on the Blazer Broadcast Network is a distinct possibility. What we're going to do real quick, we're going to take a quick time out here on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the announcements of the starting lineups and I believe the national anthem, possibly before the girls game, I'm not sure. We're going to take a quick break on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show, coming back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Blazer's Restaurant, serving Gardner's best burgers made fresh every day since 1976. Blazer's Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Wrangler, Will McIntyre back with you at McCarthy Auto broadcast booth as we are going to have the playing of the national anthem.
Versus our own Olathe West Owls. We ask at this time that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Olathe West Band, led by Carol Logan and John Dickerson.
And now we'll have the announcements of the starting lineups.
And now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Trailblazers, a 5'6" senior, number 3, Jaden Spratt. For Olathe West, a 5'6" sophomore, number 2, Kenzie Hart. For Gardner, a 5'8" sophomore, number 5, Sophia Seaman. For the Owls, a 5'7" sophomore, number 4, Michelle Anderson. Next up for the Trailblazers, a 5'5" senior, number 11, Katie Whitley. For Olathe West, a 5'8" freshman, number 25, Kendall Sarkovic. For Gardner Edgerton, a 5'11" junior, number 15, Sheila Howard. For Olathe West, a 5'6", 16-year-old sophomore, number 30, Bailey Collard. And finally, for Gardner Edgerton, a 5'11" senior, number 23, Madison Beasley. And for Olathe West, a 5'6", right-hand sophomore, number 34, Macy Glover.
And there's your starting lineups for both Gardner Edgerton and
Coached by Christine Williams.
Olathe West. Will is going to try to keep the score. Do you want to try to keep the score on there? Or he's going to give it a shot. We're going to have to do this in unison because he's going to have, let's see, let's do this for him. I got to do some working out for him. And I didn't get a chance to tell Will that you're going to have to hit okay. And then as soon as you hit okay during the timeout, when we go to a break, then we'll have to minimize it, and then we'll have to play the commercial. So that's a little very poor. Okay, Dave Parker's on there. It's garbled. Does it sound distorted? I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn it down. David Garber from Dublin is checking in. Hopefully, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Hopefully, sounds a little bit better. He's listening on his computer, so not sure why audio is so hard for this to get situated, but Blazers in the road blues, Olathe West in their home whites. The Blazers control the tip. Shot missed by Valerie along the baseline. One shot and done, back for Olathe West. As they get a play down in the baseline and then a fed back off to Glover. Glover is going to start the game with the first 2 points for the Owls. as they're going to come up with a half-court trap, get the ball over to Seaman over in the right wing up top to Sprague. Try to get left wing to Whitley as it's going to be tipped out of bounds. And it's going to remain with the Blazers as it was tipped off the Owls. Inbounding ball into the sideline. Gets it to Beasley at the half-court line. As Seaman getting her first start of the year after her injury. Going to high post to Mallory. Fella gets it to Whitley, tipped out of bounds. That's going to be off hard again. And hopefully I guess it's sounding better on the phone than it is the computer. I'm not sure. Trying to get the levels situated here. As Seaman has the ball, she steps in for the shot and good. Her first 2 points of the night ties the score up at 2, 6:53 to go. Here in the first quarter, West with the ball. Bring it down near side to Hart. Hart gets a nice feed down to Anderson for the bucket. West takes the lead 4-2. 6:37 to go in the first. They come up with a half-court trap. Blazers break it nicely, get down the left corner to Beasley. Gets it over to Sophia to left wing to the right side. Three-point shot by Sprague's no good. Whitley runs down the rebound. Gets it over to Sophia. She dribbles from the left wing, double team, kicks it out to Beasley in the left wing. Mallory on the high post. She puts up the shot, loses the bucket, or loses the ball on the drive, ends up traveling, and it's going to go back to West. Will's sitting here on his phone, and he said it sounds pretty decent, so maybe there's something with the computer and the phone, I'm not sure, as the ball gets tipped out of bounds by Whitley. As the ball remains to West right in front of us as we are sitting center court, which is probably, it's the best seat in the house you're going to get. And now we're going to get, I think they're going to get Anderson for stepping on the sideline on the inbounds. Nope, actually we're going to get an off-ball foul. And that's going to be on Glover. That's going to be the first foul of the night. 6:05 to go in the first. Sprague has the ball across the timeline. Try to get the ball inside to Beasley, and they're going to get a foul on the entry pass. As they're going to get the foul on Starchevich. That's going to be, should be the second team foul. As the ball's going to go out of bounds on the baseline right in front of Mia Valerie. Staying with the Blazers. 5:52 to go in the first. Inbounding the ball off the corner is Sophia. Looking down inside, looking to fight through a double team as Sprague gets it into Beasley double team. And she's fighting through two Owls, and she's going to be fouled. This one's going to be on Hart, and I'll tell you what, Will, if they end up calling this game as tight as they are right now, this is going to be a long, long game. 5:49 to go in the first. Sophia inbounds the ball. She wants it back real quick. Takes a three-point shot right wing, just a little bit long. Fight for the rebound. Beasley comes up with it as two Blazers were headed already to the backcourt, but Beasley came up with it. Gets it over left wing to Whitley. Up top to Sprague, back to Beasley, right wing. She looks inside, tries to get down inside to Mia, but tipped away by Starkovich. And it's going to be back to West across the timeline to the right wing. Gets it into Anderson. She drives the baseline, pulls out of it. Gets it up top to Starkovich. Dribbles right wing, down the corner, looks left side. Gets to Kohler. Kohler's being guarded heavily by Sprague, picked up by Valerie as she dribbled to the left side of the lane. Dishes it off on the opposite side to Anderson, misses the chippy as it goes out of bounds. Stays with the Owls. As Marcos is going to check in. Also checking in is going to be UD. Checking in for the Owls. Getting confirmation on the verbiage. Sophia almost stole the ball away on the entry pass, but Hart still comes up with it. Lost it on the drive, still loose. Whitley fighting for it. And they're going to say it was off Whitley as it goes out of bounds on the far side as the Blazers work right to left. as West has the ball on the right side. .450 to go in the first. As this game was slated for tomorrow, but due to the inclement weather, they moved the game up a day. And I think Blue Valley and EKL and all the other leagues kind of did that too with the actually what I heard is the ball goes out of bounds, stays with West. I have heard once it starts snowing tomorrow, they're looking, there's a chance that could be up to an inch an hour at sometimes. So need to get everything done. They're going to get the ball on the inside. They try to get the ball down to Ayana Udi, but they're going to get a foul on Marcos, who was guarding her heavily inside the lane. Clock at 4:38. Inbounding the ball underneath the bucket. So they get it to Anderson, almost near the timeline, being guarded by Wilson, who just checked in the game. As I'm being guarded by the ref, can't see who's got the ball. As Hart has it, she drives the lane, dishes it off to the left side to Ayana Udi for her first 2 points, makes it 6-2, 4:18 to go in the first. Sophia lost it, and then she tried to get a pass, and then it hit off West, and then fighting for it was Marcos, as she lost it out of bounds on the sideline in front of the West bench, as it's going to go to the Owls. 4:11 in the first. As there are two Udis, there's Ayana and Ayana. That's going to be a little bit hard. Off the left wing is Caller. Caller drives and puts his baseline shot. No good. Short. Putback is no good. Anderson picks up, or check that. Yeah, Anderson picks up the rebound. She's going to be fouled on the shot as she'll go to the line to shoot two. As they are going to get Sophia with a foul. Team foul number 2. Anderson getting set with the first one. And she misses that one. Substitution for West. And next free throw is good. I was trying to look back for the matchup, and I apologize, I had to go to the house because dummy me ended up forgetting the power cord for the board that supplies all the sound, so that didn't turn out well. And there's a steal on the pressure. Fast break is Hart, gets it over to Caller. A quick 7-point lead, 3:30 to go in the first. As Sophia's inbounding the ball on the far side. She inbounds the ball, quick catch and shoot back to Sophia is good for 3. She has all 5 points for the Blazers. As until they step up and guard her, they're going to keep doing that. Stepping back off the push is Caller, but she's going to hit it for 3. She has 5. And Coach Locker wants a 30-second timeout. Guys action coming up 20 minutes after the completion of this game. As, like I said, if you can, let me know how it sounds, as evidently audio does not work very well on this computer, so we're going to have to see what we can get figured out with it, but hopefully I can get the levels to enough so I can kind of hear me and know what's going on, and hopefully it's not too terribly distorted. And I'm still trying to look for last year's looking for last year's stats. I have those. Here they are. I just found them. There we go. And the UD girls, yeah, that's what I thought. Ayana had 14 points last year against the Blazers, and she was lighting it up pretty well. So the Blazers going to have to stay on her for the night. Blazers with the ball. Wilson has it right wing, drives, pulls back, tries to get it to the high post to Marcos, and the pass was a little bit far away from Marcos, and she couldn't quite handle it, and it's going to end up being a travel. .247 to go in the first. West with the ball. Hart has it, top of the key, gets it left wing, back up top this time to UD. Back left wing to Carla. Carla with a high skip pass to Hart in the right wing. And Mia Valerie had stepped in and had just a minimum contact with Hart, but their legs had kind of crossed. And that's going to be a foul on Valerie. As Spray's going to sit down. So the 5 you have for the Blazers, Valerie, Platt, Marcos, Wilson, and Whitley, your 5 for the Blazers. 2:33 to go in the first. Inbounds almost out of the outstretched hands of Ayana Udy. And it's going to end up being a travel. And going back to the Blazers with 2:28 to go. Whitley inbounds the ball as West kind of matching up at the half-court line. Wilson gets a screen from Marcos. Dribbles left wing. She's looking inside. Directing traffic to the right side. Now she dribbles at top of the key. Tries it behind the back dribble, loses it as it gets picked up by Gibson. Gibson brings it down court, hands it to Carla in the left corner. She dribbles to the free throw line, puts up the shot, no good. As it's going to be out of bounds to the Blazers. 2:01 to go in the first. Checking in is going to be Sid Lovelace for the Owls, and also Kendall Starkovich. Full court press by the Owls, and the long pass trying to get it down to Platt was intercepted by Starkovich, but she got leaning too much and took an extra step, and she got called for the travel, so a break for the Blazers at 1:55. Whitley inbounds the ball on the far side of the timeline, knocked out of bounds by Lovelace, as they will try it again. Now we're going to have an off-ball foul, and I believe this is going to be on Marcos on an illegal screen. I'm not sure. Yep, they're going to get her with a push. That's going to be her second. Clock running at 1:55. Owls with the ball. Hart has the ball across the timeline. Dribbles to the right side, looks left to Starkovich. She looks right side. This time she gets it to Glover. Glover's going to drive right wing. Should have got it for a big travel, but they didn't. She puts the bucket up and good. I thought she took a few too many steps, but I'm not wearing the jersey, so it doesn't matter. 1:30 to go in the first. West really coming up with the half-court trap and the pressure. Wilson has it right side, dribbles left wing. Hands it off to Beasley. She's going to dribble top of the key. Gets it to Whitley down to Platt in the right corner. She passes up to 3 steps back against Glover. Or check that against Gibson. Gets it over to Whitley left wing. She's going to drive, makes heavy contact. As Starkovich gets there just a little bit late as Whitley or Platt had already committed driving the lane. That's going to be her second. 14 foul. Clock stopped at 1:05 as Whitley headed to the free throw line to shoot 2. High arching free throw is no good. 1 more to go. Allison Moore checking in for the Owls. So Platt, Wilson, Whitley, Beasley, and Valerie, your 5 for the Blazers, as Sprague's getting set to check in. As a free throw is good by Whitley.
Substitution for Gardner, number 3, Jaden.
As Sprague's going to check in for Platt. 1:05 to go in the first. As Gibson's going to drive. Wow, the slide, they're calling the slightest contact, and this is making it a long, long game as Gibson was driving and just barely a hip check as the three-point shot is no good by Udy, picked up by Sprague, but literally just a minimal contact, and they called a foul, and that's going to be a long game if they keep that up. Owls come out in a man-to-man now, get the ball down inside to Valerie. Valerie puts up the shot, but a hand was on it, rolls out as Udy comes up with the rebound. Looks left side from top of the key, gets it inside to Glover. Glover loses it. Wilson comes up with it. Near side to Sprague as she's being picked up by Elisa Moore. Dribbles right side, gets to the Wilson right wing, tries to get a pass inside, tip, ball goes out of bounds, but saved by the Owls. And now they're going to get as the ball was picked up by Lovelace. She stepped on the baseline underneath the bucket. It's going to go back to the Blazers with 6.7 seconds to go in the first. Inbounding the ball inside to Valerie. She drives, kind of gets a dribble in for the baseline is good. At the end of one, 14-8 is the score. We're going to take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can see every Blazer Broadcast Network video broadcast on their big screen while you enjoy a great sandwich. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Ryan Ragland, Will McIntyre back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Will is at the helm of keeping the score on the scoreboard, so a huge thanks to Will for doing that for us. West will start the game with, or start the second quarter with the ball on the alternating possession. Blazes out the man-to-man as Owls get the ball on the far side of the court, get it at the top of the key to Anderson. Back left wing to Collar. Collar almost lost it, pulled it back in, dribbles top of the key, right wing to Udy. As Iona Udy now at the top of the key, drives, contact on Valerie. And they're going to get Valerie with the foul, and I have a feeling we're going to have a whole lot of foul troubles going on in this game. Anaya Udy is now up. As that free throw is no good. As she gets set for one more. And actually missing both. That's a rarity for her, as good as she is. Sophia with the rebound, tries to get it down to Sprague, taken away by West. 3-on-1 as Collar gets it down to Hart, back to Collar and good. 3-on-1, kind of hard to defend that. And Sophia was the only one back there. Now quickly back the other side. The Blazers break the press. And Sophia with the bucket. She has 7 of the 10 points for the Blazers. Quickly back to the other side. Hart misses the shot. Bounces out of bounds on the baseline, staying with West with 7:01 to go in the half. As checking in is going to be Watkins. Shot missed on the inbounds. Sprague's going to get it all the way up to Sophia on the fast break. She puts up the shot, contact. Shot is no good, but Sophia's going up to the line to shoot two. Better on phone, still a slight fuzzy, as Dave Parker says. But you can understand. That's good. And said the phone's behind the computer, so that might, unless the computer's hardwired in. But hey, all we want you to do is be able to hear us. That's all we're worried about. So the first free throw is good by Sophia. She has 8. 6:50 to go in the first half. High arching free throw is no good. West with the rebound, quickly back to the other side. Stepping back to the three-point line is Colley. She passes it up, gets it to Hart. Now inside on the little cut to Anderson is good. Gives her 5. And now the Owls picking up that full court trap. Blazers breaking it nicely, but the pass from Beasley went awry, is taken by Hart. Hart dishes it off to Collar. Collar pulls up, 16-footer, no good, but we're going to have a foul on the rebound. And they're going to get white 4. He called a white 4. If it's a white 4, he was calling 1 and 1, but it wasn't enough fouls yet for that. So they're going to get Anderson with her first foul. 6:19 to go in the half. Full court press by West. Sprague gets it at the center court, tipped away by, as Gibson reached in, the slightest contact, and now it's going to be a 1 and 1, as Sprague's going to be going up to the line. And this is where Blazers are really going to have to do what they can to make these free throws. But 16 fouls for West also, so the next one's going to send them to the line. Sprague with the first free throw. We're going to have a lane violation. And evidently they're going to get a lane violation on Beasley, I believe. So actually, that counts as no free throw at all. So they didn't even get a chance at that one. West with the ball. Hart has it, being guarded heavily by Sophia. Lost it, handed off to Collar. Collar with the drive all the way from the right wing to the left side for the bucket is good. She has 9. Full court press by West. Sprague has it on the far side across the timeline. Dribbles right side against Gibson. They could have got her on the arm on the drive, but she pulls back out of it. Gives it to Sophia. 3-point shot, right side, no good. Rebound by Whitley. Whitley gets around one Owl, puts up the shot, no good. A foul on the rebound. And it's going to send West to the line. And this one is going to be on Beasley. That's going to be her first team foul, number 7. And going up to the line is going to be Lovelace. As she gets set for the first free throw, high arcing and good. Her first points of the night. Clock stopped at 5:33. And the second one is up, and nothing but net. High arcing, but it's effective as Lovelace makes them both. Still coming out of that full court press as Sprague gets the ball, dribbles across the timeline, down to the right corner, drives the baseline, a little floater, can't get it to go in, gets her own rebound, gets it to Whitley, left wing up top, cutting in to Sophia from the top of the key, drives in good. She has 10. .505 to go in the half. As Hart's going to drive the right side of the lane, gets it to Anderson. Her shot's up short. Watkins with the rebound. Gets it into Sophia right in front of us at half court on the near side. Across the timeline, dribbles right wing. Gets a cut to Whitley on the baseline, leaves it up short. She was wide open. Gibson literally rips away from it, as we're going to have a foul on Whitley. That's going to be her first.
8th team foul. Into the game for Gardner, number 13, Alex Van Reed.
Clock stopped at 4:46 as they're going to get Whitley with the foul, so Gibson
At the line to shoot, 1-1.
is going up to the line,
Gibson.
looking for her first points. Free throw is up and strong, no good. Easy rebound for Sophia. Still that full court press by the Owls. Beasley has across the timeline. Got herself in trouble as she picked up her dribble. Turnover. But quickly back to the other side is Caller with the layup and good. Sophia has it near side across the timeline. Double teamed. Lost a handle on it. It's going to be another turnover. Quickly up ahead to Hart. Again, Sophia drives right side, partially blocked by Sophia. As it goes out of bounds, and Sophia, you can see the frustration as Olathe West is doing a nice job with the press as they step right up at the half-court line for the double team and really putting the Blazers in a tough situation. Inbound the ball as Caller has it top of the key for West, gets it over to Hart near the half-court circle against Sophia, looks left, gets it left wing to Anderson. Anderson drives right, elbow down to the right side of the lane, puts up the shot short. Watkins with the rebound. 4 minutes to go in the half. Gets it to Sprague as the Owls will pull out of the press. Gets it right wing. Three-point shot is no good. By Van Reen, excuse me, they just checked in the game. Clock at 3:40. Sophia has it left wing. Works off a screen, fakes, comes back to the left, loses it, barely gets it to Watkins. Beasley left side, gets it over to Van Reen, right wing. Loses it, picks it up, loses it again, and Caller has it. She's going to go uncontested, left-handed layup and good. 13 points for Caller. The timeout by Coach Leiker with 3:22 to go. As I have to take a look, our next broadcast, I do believe, is Tuesday night with Shawnee Mission East coming in. We're going to be able to do a video broadcast now. We'll be able to do a video broadcast Tuesday. With my schedule changing just a little bit, we can do a video broadcast on Tuesday. So we got one more to go. Shawnee Mission East comes into town. Girls start at 5:30. Guys at about 7 o'clock. As we'll have the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show starting at roughly 5:15. Uh-oh, Will's going to write me a note. Oh, that's right. Will's not going to be there because he is going to be, he's going to be working. Blazers with the ball, 3:15 to go. Well, maybe we won't be able to have a broadcast. We'll see what happens. Sprague misses easy layup. Watkins misses the chippy, hits underneath the rim. Easy rebound for West. Across the timeline is Caller. She gets it left corner. Now feds back inside in the lane. Try to get it to Ayana Udy. As she's going to be fouled. As she has 2 points so far. The foul goes on Watkins. Free throws no good. Checking in is Platt and Valerie. So Valerie Wilson, Platt, Sprague, and now Taylor is checking in for Watkins. As Udy gets set for the second free throw, misses them both. Owls right now have not been doing very well from the free throw line. Only 2 for 7, but they get the strip. As Hart splits two Blazers, puts up the layup a little bit strong off the backboard, but tipped out. Kohler has it for three, left wing, no good. Platt goes for the rebound, but they're going to have the contact on the head by Ayana Udy. With the clock stopped at 2:33. That's going to be her first. So going to the line is going to be Platt.
To the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Clock stopped at 2:33. Platt with the first one. And that one's strong off the back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. And yet another foul. This one is going to be on Hart. I've got her down for 2. So Platt going back to the free throw line. As that one is missed, the first one's missed also, so she misses the both front ends of 1 and 1. Quickly back the other side to feed the ball down inside, but it tips away. Blazers come up with it, 2:17 to go. Try to get the high post to Beasley. Gets tipped back to Platt. Now handed back to Beasley. She's going to drive from the right wing, puts up the shot and good. Blazers got the lead down to 11. Try to get the ball down the right corner. Kohler has it left wing. Try to get up top to Udy. Good defense by Taylor. As Ayana almost lost it, handed off to Hart, and Hart almost stopped on the sideline. Will saw it too, but it was close. She didn't do it. Her heel was over, but it wasn't touching the court. So that's how close it was. As the loose ball goes out of bounds, stays with the Owls with 1:41 to go in the half. McCarthy Auto Group pregame or halftime show coming up in a couple minutes. Inbound goes to Ayana Udy as she tries to get inside to her sister. Now nice feed inside to Anderson. Pump fakes, puts up the shot and good. You have Ayani, and Anaya, excuse me. Anaya, and it's hard to, they're both with A, so it makes it tough. As we're going to have a foul back inside, as this one is going to be on Lovelace. It's going to be her first, as Wilson's going to be going up to the line. Blazers really needed to capitalize on these free throws. They haven't been able to. 1:17 to go in the half. In and out, as that one's missed.
In the game for the Trailblazers, number 11, Katie Whitley.
Blazers have missed 5 free throws in a row. And when you're down by 13, that kind of hurts. High arching free throw is good. Wilson's first points of the night. Clock at 1:10. West with the ball, top of the key. Hart has it, dribbles left corner, or excuse me, right corner. Tries to get inside to Anderson, loses it, but kicks it back up top to Udy. Now over to Lovelace, left wing, skip pass over to Hart, right wing. Wilson on the guard. Works outside, steps up top of the key, gets the left wing to Lovelace. Now she's being contacted hard by Wilson, no call. Try to get inside, double team to Anderson. Easy takeaway from Whitley. I'm not sure why she was trying to feed it in there, but then Hart steals it on an easy pass to Platt. Lovelace loses it, still loose, comes out with it, gets it over to Anderson at the free throw line. And I'm not sure, someone was cutting to the corner and stopped right after Hart was throwing it there. So it's going to be going to the Blazers, 32 seconds to go. Valerie checks in for Beasley. So Whitley, Beasley, or excuse me, Whitley, Valerie, Sophia, Wilson, and Platt, your 5 for the Blazers. 27 seconds to go in the half. Matchup at the half court. Sophia hasn't been guarded by Hart, gets it over to Valerie, a little give and go back to Sophia. She tried to go reverse the layup, partially tipped. Whitley comes up with it. They're going to say jump ball And it's going to be staying with the Blazers with 15 seconds to go. As Valerie be inbounding it underneath the bucket. Gets it over left corner. That back to Valerie. Valerie's shot's partially tipped on the hook shot. 9 seconds to go. West across the timeline on the far side. Hart works off his screen, dribbles right side, tries to get inside to Anderson. Puts up the shot off the back iron, no good. And that's going to be the half. Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead, Will. There we go. There we go. Synchronizing. Will's getting after me on the score. We're going to take a quick timeout on the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show. Blazers trail 28-16. We'll be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
To sell meat in the barbecue capital of America, you've got to be on your game. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers in all their stores. And they back their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you're not fully satisfied, they'll give you a replacement and your money back. So when you want the tastiest, juiciest steak in town, look no further than your Price Chopper meat department. Price Chopper, Kansas City, born and raised.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ryan Ragler, Will McIntyre back with you, the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth, as we are at the half. Blazers trailing 28-16 Olathe West. So real quick, also one of the great sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network, along with all the others with Blazers and Hair Design and Humphreys Family Dentistry and Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip and Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed. Now we got celebrities. Sean Capes with Capes Home Heating and Cooling that provides the HD broadcast. Excuse me, wanted me to throw out a little helpful tip for everyone. It says if folks have a high efficient furnace, you need to make sure they don't get blocked by the snow, and if they have extensions above ground for their sump pumps, to take the flex extensions off so it doesn't freeze. They've had a lot of calls in the last couple of weeks of frozen sump pump lines that have those extensions. So yeah, they're talking, I don't know, I've heard quite a number of different predictions on how much we're going to have, but excuse me, once again, if you have a high efficient furnace, make sure it doesn't get blocked by the snow. So you may have to dig a little bit and keep that cleared off. And also, if you have extensions above grounds for your sub pump, to take the flex extensions off so it doesn't freeze. They've had a lot of calls in the last couple of weeks with frozen sub pump lines that have those extensions. So just a nice little word from Sean Case with Capes Homes Heating and Cooling as we are in the McCarthy Garden Group halftime show. On the girls' side, guys coming up about 20 minutes after completion of this game as they are riding a 7-game winning streak as they had a nice 47-36 win over Olathe Northwest on Tuesday. And mind you, that's after the Blazers were held to 2 points in the first quarter. So if that tells you anything, Olathe West comes into tonight's game at 10-7, Blazers 7-9, or excuse me, 9-8, riding a 7-game winning streak. So this ought to be a really, really good game coming up. But first, right now for the girls, it's pretty easy. What they need to do is they need to break the press, and that's exactly what Olathe West, and that's kind of what me and Will and Ian had talked about. Once a school finds out what one of your weak points are, they're going to expose it. They're going to go at it, and that's pretty much what almost every team has done for the Blazers, is forcing the turnovers on the full court press. And there's times Olathe West has pulled back and done a matchup, and they've actually gone a half-court trap as soon as they get the ball down court. So kind of to that point where you get up to that timeline, you might want to look a little bit further down for an open man and make sure you don't get that dribble picked up. But you got to make the free throws too. Blazers 2 out of 7 so far, 4 out of 7 for Olathe West. So pretty even there, but the Blazers still need to make as many as they can to cut down that 28-16 lead. As we're going to take another break here on the McCarthy Garden Group halftime show. And when we come back, we'll have the start of the third quarter on the Blazer Broadcast Network here on the McCarthy Garden Group halftime show.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations.
Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. We've got most every make and model and prices to fit every budget.
The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazer's Restaurant. Not just serving burgers, they now have barbecue, soft serve, and hand-dipped ice cream with 8 different flavors and combinations. Blazer's Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Check out their paint department, including their paint tinter and Clarkson Kensington Paint and Primer in one. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Cherry Berry.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Amazing barbecue, the Kansas City Strip. If there's one thing this town knows, it's meat. That's why Price Chopper Butchers take the time to cut meat fresh in-store daily. None of that prepackaged stuff shipped from out of state. It's also why Price Chopper backs all their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you don't love it, you'll get a replacement and your money back. No questions asked. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ryan Ragland, Will McIntyre back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth as we are at the tail end of the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show. Getting set to start the second half. And it looks like the starting five for the second half is going to be Sophia, Valerie, Sprague, Beasley, and Whitley. Your five for the Blazers as we get set. There you go, Will. I got it all set up for you. I'm not even going to touch it. Will's on the ball with the score tonight, and a huge thanks to Will for coming out tonight and helping us out. And I'll tell you what, Will, the wind came up just a little bit quick at about 2:30, 2:45. That wind came up, and that cold front came in pretty harsh. And they kept talking about, oh, it'll be 30 degrees at like 6 o'clock tonight. No, it was 30 degrees pretty quick, way before 6 o'clock. So, haven't heard anything about this. About school yet, but I know they can't do anything. They really don't want to have any more closures. They're already out of school days or snow days. So Lathrop West starts the second half with the ball as they will be going right to left. As they come up with a double team on Hart between Beasley and Sophia, still a loose ball. Anderson picks it up as Whitley is going to commit her second foul of the game. That's going to be her. Yep, that's her second. And I had Will set up with a microphone, but he's too busy listening on his phone, so I guess he doesn't want to talk tonight. West with the ball, right wing to get to Caller at the top of the key. She dribbles left side, tries to pass it off, partially tipped by Sophia, but West still catches a break, comes up with it. Hart has it, top of the key, goes right wing to Anderson. Anderson against Whitley, fakes right, goes left, hands it off to Starkovich. Starkovich with left-handed dribble on the lane and good. Pretty far away from the bucket, but she made it look easy. Makes it a 14-point lead, 7:15 to go in the third. And a turnover on the inbounds as Caller gets it into Anderson. She has 9. Sophia loses it behind her back, but picks it back up on her knees, trying to get to Beasley inside the lane, but it's taken away by Caller. Quickly up ahead to Hart. Left-handed layup, a little bit strong off the board as it's going to go out of bounds and staying with West as Wilson's getting set to check in. As Beasley's going to take a seat for a little bit. Clock stopped at 6:51. Inbounds the ball, hands it off to Caller, top of the key, gets it to Starkovich, right wing, turns down the three-point shot, tries to get inside to Anderson on the low post, knocked out of bounds by Sophia. Stays with West. Tried to inbound the ball to Starkovich, knocked out of bounds by Valerie from the right elbow. Staying with West. Inbound the ball to Caller. Just left of the bucket, misses the chip. He's still a loose ball. Anderson whips it away from Whitley. Three-point shot, left corner is good by Caller. And that girl is on fire. She has 16. As West is just imposing the will. And I'll tell you what, this is a pretty stout team for being 6-12. This might be the best 6-12 team I've seen the way they're playing. They're not showing the record at all. Trying to inbound the ball, gets it to Valerie. Now back to Wilson. As Caller's going to pick her up at the half-court line, dribbles right side. She's going to pull up from the right elbow, low post. No one to pass it to, goes ahead and takes a shot and good. She has 3, 6:03 to go. West with the ball, Hart luckily gets it into Starkovich. And there's going to be contact between Valerie, I think, and Starkovich. Actually, they're going to get Sophia. That's going to be her second. as Beasley checks in for Sophia.
In for the game, number 23, Madison.
Get the ball inbounded to Starkovich at the midcourt center. She dribbles right side, hands it off to Collier on the far left wing. Sidesteps, picks up, gets to Starkovich. Now she dribbles top of the key, left wing to Hart. We're going to get a 3-second violation. Haven't seen that called very often. And I'm kind of surprised that Olathe West would get calls for that for as much motion as they have. Wilson has it right wing, behind the back dribble. Top of the key. Looking for help, gets it to Valerie, right elbow. She backs up, fakes right, fakes left, goes right. Puts up the shot, kiss off the glass, and good. West back with the ball, 5:20 to go in the third. Cross dribble by Hart at the top of the key, goes to the right side, partially blocked either by Wilson, Beasley, or both. As I thought I saw it hit twice, but it goes out of bounds. Clock at 5:14. Inbounds left of the backboard. Gets it into Udy as she's in the right wing looking for a little bit of help. Hands it off to Collar. She dribbles from the right wing all the way left side of the bucket or lane. Can't get it to go in. Blazers with the ball under 5 minutes. Wilson has a cross dribble against Collar. It's just all over Wilson. Then they pick up the double team right at the half-court line. It's going to be a 10-second violation as Wilson couldn't get rid of it. And no one was really coming up to help her. And Wilson kind of mumbling to herself a little bit. As Wilson thought she was coming out, it was actually Whitley. 4:52 to go in the third. West with the ball, half court. Hart has it top of the key, gets a high post to Udy. Udy up top to Collar with a long three-pointer, no good. Rebound for Sophia as she was double teamed. And see what they call. Actually, there was a loose ball, I guess, because I was blocked off by one of the refs. It was a loose ball, and Sophia's going to get called for her third foul, going up the line. And making the first free throw is going to be Ayana Udy. There's Anaya and Ayana. As she makes them both. Quickly back to the other side, breaking that full court press are the Blazers. Kick out for three for Sprague, left wing, no good. Hart with the rebound as she's going to bring it up court. Sprague matches her up about 3/4 of the way down, dribbles right side, hands off to Anderson, top of the key, works off a screen, dribbles left side. Shots no good. Valerie with the rebound, 4:13 to go in the third. Trying to pass off to Sprague, taken away by West. Now it's loose, goes out of bounds. And it's going toward the Blazers side. As right now it just doesn't look like there's a whole lot of concentration going on by the Blazers as West still coming out with that 1-2-1-1 full court. They break it, get it down to Beasley, left corner inside a three-point shot, no good. Collar with the rebound, one and done for the Blazers. Across the timeline is Collar, top of the key, tries to get over to Anaya Udy, knocked out of bounds. Staying with the Blazers, 3:49 to go in the third. As Anderson's going to take a seat for a little bit. West inbounds the ball. Three-point shot, left wing, no good by Anaya Udy. Blazers with the rebound. Sprague brings it across the timeline, left side, kicks it off to Sophia, three-point shot, right corner, no good. Beasley with the rebound, gets it up to Wilson. Half-court circle, dribbles in, top of the key, spin move, drives left side of the lane, rattles in and good. Sprague has 5. 37-23, or 22, excuse me. And quickly down the other side of the court, Gibson with the bucket is good, her first points. as Coach Wallace wants a timeout but doesn't get it. Quickly back to Sprague in the right wing. She steps in, wide open shot, a little bit short and no good. Sprague comes up with a rebound, gets to the Wilson, top of the key. Dribbles left side, gets to the Beasley left wing, down along the baseline, and they're going to get a foul on the drive. And check the foul. I believe they're going to get this on Udy. Actually, it's going to be on Gibson. That's going to be her second. One team foul for West, 3 team fouls for the Blazers, 2:43 to go in the third. Guys, action coming up 20 minutes after completion of this one. And ball to Valerie, gets it to Platt, top of the key, left wing to Wilson, works out the screen, top of the key, looks right side, now dribbles back to the left. Gives it to Beasley, left side. She drives the lane, looks like she was going to put up a shot, lost the handle on it. Udy comes up with it, quickly up ahead, tried to get it to Hart. Hart tried to save it, but it's going to go out of bounds to the Blazers all across the baseline. And it's kind of hard to say which Udy is in when you have Anaya and Anaya. Oh, excuse me, Ayana and Anaya, Udy. Platt across the timeline, pulls up left elbow, puts up a shot, no good. Beasley comes out with it, loses on the baseline. Hart just rips it away from her. Across the timeline, dribbles right side, matched up by Platt, stop and go again. Puts up the shot, they're going to get a travel, and nope, they're going to get a foul on the shot. I thought maybe Hart might have taken one too many steps, but they're going to get Sprague with the foul. As Hart's going to go up to the line. Hart with no points tonight, but she's been pretty active. Puts up the first one and good.
In for the Owls, number 25.
As Starkovich going to check in for Udy. And the next free throw is up and good. Gives her both of them. And more substitutions for West. Clock stopped at 1:57. Sprague with the ball across the timeline, being matched up by Lovelace. Dribbles to the near side on the sideline, right wing. Pulls up, fakes the pass, gets it to Platt. Platt being matched up by Gibson, dribbles right side to the baseline, pulls out of it, back to the left to Valerie. Valerie, kind of a spin move, drives and gets a nice little kiss off the glass. Gives her 6. And quickly West back to the other end. Starkovich gets it over to Allison on the right wing. Drives, kicks it out to Udy in the left wing. 3-point shot, no good. And they're going to get a foul on the rebound. As they're going to get Gibson on the foul. I believe that's going to be her third, and it is. Second team foul for West, 1:15 to go. Wilson across the timeline, dribbles near side. Tried to get a little pick and roll to Valerie, left it up short as she missed the left side of the lane. Rebound for West as Moore has it. As she hands it off to Udy, drives the lane. That's going to be a charge. She ran right into Valerie. As Whitley and Marcos getting set to check in. 53 seconds to go in the third. As Beasley and Sprague's going to take a breather with 53 seconds to go in the third. If you've never been to Olathe West, kind of imagine they have the mezzanine like the track area, kind of like above the courts, with the stands coming down, kind of pretty nice. Brand new school, only the second year in existence. Wilson has it, dribbles right side of the lane, picks up her dribble, needs a little bit of help, gets it to Whitley, drives through the baseline, and they're going to get Whitley with clearing the lane with their arm. Or no, they're going to get it on Valerie on a screen. That's going to be her third. Clock stops at 33.9. West with the ball. And Hart's bringing it slowly down court. Met up by Platt at the half-court line near side. Working right to left. Cross dribble. Backs up Platt a little bit. Now dribbles top of the key. Now comes back to the left. Backs up. Platt kind of having fun with it. Stiffs it away from Hart. And hands it off to Beasley. Beasley over to Whitley. Whitley with a fake move puts up the shot. The bucket is good, and the foul. Hart was doing some nice dribbling against Platt, and Platt just kind of snuck in on her and stole the ball away.
Number 2, Kinsey Hart. It's her third personal foul. 14 foul. To the line to shoot one.
And then she ended up finding Whitley as Whitley was being guarded. Pump fake one way, went back the other way, got the kiss off the glass, the foul and good. And the free throw is good. 6 seconds to go in the third. Hart has the ball, gets her right wing to Collar. Collar takes the shot and good for three. At the buzzer, gives her 19. And at the end of three, 44-27 is your score. We're going to take a quick timeout. Be back with a fourth quarter right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers, your one-stop shop for all of your computer needs. Stop in and see what all they have in stock. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
Planet Sub. Don't forget when you need your event catered, call Deanna at 605-1068. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Sean for any home indoor air quality products that you might need or be interested in. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 103,000 here in Kansas. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Brian Rangel, Will McIntyre back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth as we head into the fourth quarter. Blazers have an uphill climb, 43-27. And West will get the ball again. So the Blazers controlled the tip. West got the ball to start the second quarter, the half, and the third quarter. Or the fourth quarter, I mean. Or no, the Blazers get it, I'm sorry. I didn't think there was all-day possession in the third quarter. Wilson has it right elbow. Faked one way, went back to the right, but taken away by Hart. I think she might be still a little bit miffed by that steal by Platt. As it goes out of bounds, Sophia's going to inbound the ball left side of the backboard, gets it inside to Valerie on the far side of the lane, turns around to her right, gets the bucket and good. Gives her 8. Quickly back the other side. Dish the ball off to Collar, driving from the right wing. Shot is no good, but she's fouled.
Foul number 15, Mia Valerie.
And they're going to get Valerie with the foul. That's going to be her third.
On the line to shoot 2, Bailey Collar.
Clock stopped at 7:53 as Collar now has 20. As she gets set for one more. And she makes it. Gives her 21. Blazers break the press, feed it back to Wilson, or excuse me, to Whitley, left side of the lane. Partially tipped, taken away by West. Hart has it near side, dribbles top of the key, hands it off to Collar, right wing. Left wing to Lovelace. Now they get down inside to Gibson, back to Hart, moving it around nicely. Three-point shot by Collar, right wing is good.
Collar with the 3.
She's having a night. Collar only a sophomore, so 2 more years to watch her play. Blazers break the press. Wilson tries to get from the right side to the left side to Whitley. Can't handle the pass, taken away by Collar. Collar's going to push the issue. Gets to the left side to Gibson. Gibson skip pass over to Hart. Passes up the right, the three-pointer from the right wing. Gets it to Gibson. Three-point shot, left wing and good.
Ashley Gibson with the three.
It's raining threes right now, back-to-back threes, as Coach Schleicher wants a full timeout. We'll take 1, 2. 6:33 to go in the fourth. Take a timeout, be back right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, where customer service and industry knowledge collide. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. Let Jeff get that showroom shine your car used to have with the best rates anywhere. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland, Will McIntyre back with you, the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast crew. 6:33 to go in the game. Blazers flat out are not able to handle the pressure by Olathe West. Olathe West winning all the battles on the loose balls, hitting the defensive board really, really well, eliminating second chance possibilities for the Blazers. As it's country night here at Olathe West. For all you country fans. Wilson with the ball, top of the key. Or excuse me, at the center court line. Brings it back to the near side as the right now West are all over the place. Left elbow as Marcos hands it off to Sophia. Sophia drives the baseline, pulls it back, no good. Rebound, shot no good by Marcus is no good. Hart with the rebound, far side across the sideline. Stop and go from the right wing, puts up the shot and good.
Number 2, Lindsay Hart.
Hart with 4. As they try to break the press, gets it sprayed right wing inside the lane to Marcos, but she's going to be fouled on the shot. As she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Clock stopped at 5:53. Guys action coming up about 20 minutes after completion of this game.
The second personal foul to the line to shoot 2.
We'll have comments by Coach Wallace on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Marcos misses that one. Checking in is Whitley for Platt. As she gets set, goes through a little routine. Puts up the shot. And Strong off the backboard, no good. Fight for the rebound, puts up her own shot, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds off one of the Owls' legs. And stays with the Blazers. Marcos inbounds the ball to Willie. Try to give it back to Marcos. And Marcos, they're going to get Marcos with a foul on a reach. They're going to say they grabbed her shirt. Trying to grab the ball. I'm not sure how you grab a jersey when you're lunging for a ball, but it's possible. We just saw it. As Marcos gets hit for her 3rd foul. And that's going to be the 7th team foul. So, Ayana Udy going up to the line. What are we doing? Oh, I see what they're doing. Well, I was trying to figure out, I thought it was, okay. All right, now one of the guys said it was an offensive foul, so you don't have a free throw off the offensive foul, but Hart gets her legs tangled, no call on the foul from the right wing, but she goes and puts a shot up and good. And then quickly back the other side, driving the baseline is Sophia. Puts up the shot, she's fouled. And Sophia's going to go up the line to shoot 2. She was held scoreless in the third quarter. She has 10. Ayana Udy with the foul. That's going to be her third. Platt checks in for Sprague. Clock at 5:24. Sophia with the first one and gets that one in. Actually, she made both of them. Gives her 12 on the night. 5:24 to go in the game. Hart with the bucket. So I was trying to get something counted up real quick. Hart with the bucket. Now she has 8. As the Blazers have the ball, try to break the press. Try to get the ball down to Willie in the right corner. It goes out of bounds. And it's going to go back to West with 5 minutes to go in the game. Three-point shot, top of the key by Caller is good. She has 27. She is just dangerous right now. She can hit it from almost anywhere. Blazers with the ball. Wilson has it top of the key. Dribbles left side, hands it off to Willie. Inside a three-point shot. Takes the shot, no good. Gets her own rebound. Tries to put it up. They're going to get a tie-up. And it's going to go to Olathe West.
In for the Owls, number 25, Kendall Starcevic, and number 1, Anaya Udy. Number 30 in for the Trailblazers, Trinity Taylor.
So West inbounds the ball. Hart has it top of the key. She drives. And I believe they're going to get a charge on Hart. And it is, and then she runs right into the elbow of the ref that's calling the charge. Because didn't know the left elbow was coming up. So Blazers with the ball, 4:15 to go. Drive from the baseline is no good. As I just looked on YouTube real quick, as the ball went out of bounds back to West, as David Parker says, feels like he knows us all. Be here in March. Well, by God, you're going to be here in March. You got to say hi. We'd love to meet you. We'd like to meet anyone that's watching or listening on the broadcast. Feed the ball inside to Anderson. She can't handle. She can't get the bucket to go. It goes out of bounds off West. As Valerie and Watkins checking in. As Wilson and Marcos will take a breather. 3:51 to go in the game. Platt across the timeline, gets it to Taylor, left side. Drives the sideline to the left wing, tries to get it to Watkins, top of the key. She looks left, back to Taylor, passes up to 3, drives. Takes about a 12-footer off the glass, no good. Valley with the rebound, put back, no good. Watkins saves it, lands in the hands of Taylor. They get it up top to Valerie. She dribbles right side, gets down the right corner for the pass. But Van Reen couldn't handle the pass, so he goes out of bounds. Clock at 3:23. West with the ball, 3:20 to go in the game. Moore across the timeline, dribbles right side, try to get a lob pass into Lovelace underneath the bucket, taken away by Van Reen. Platt has across the time midcourt line, dribbles right side against Moore. The freshman doing a nice job, hands it off to Van Reen in the right corner. She goes to drive, loses the handle on it. As one of the West players got their hand in and stripped it away. Ayana Udy drives left side. They're trying to keep the game going. They could have called a foul on one of the Blazers, but didn't. Taylor across the timeline, far side, gets it by herself to Watkins underneath the bucket and good. Someone left someone all by themselves as Watkins gets her first points of the night. Clock at 2:26. As a pass, partially kicked, picked up by Lovelace in the left corner, gets it to Starkovich. Three-point shot, no good. Platt with the rebound, but they're going to get a foul on the rebound. Clock stopped at 2:13.
Foul on the Owls, number 3.
As Moore's going to get called with a foul, as Marcos is going to check in.
That's her first personal foul. Timeout, Owls.
As Olathe West wants a timeout. Want to remind everyone a word from Caves Homes Heating and Cooling. As Sean Caves sent me a text. Want to remind everyone, if you have high efficient furnaces, make sure they don't get blocked by the snow. And if they have extensions above ground for their sump pumps, to take the flex extensions off so it doesn't freeze. They've had a lot of calls in the last couple of weeks of frozen sump pump lines that have those extensions that have frozen up. So once again, if you have a high efficient furnace, make sure it doesn't get blocked by the snow. And if you have extensions on above grounds for their sump pumps, make sure you take those extensions off. So Platt at the free throw line. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Quickly back the other side. Ayana Udy with the bucket and good. Anaya, excuse me. Her first points of the night. Blazers with the ball. Platt has it left wing. Gets it down to Taylor, left corner. No good. One and done again for the Blazers. Ayana Udy driving. Fakes the pass, goes for the layup, no good. As Van Ryn comes up with the rebound, then they get to Taylor on the far side. She pulls up three-point shot on the three-point line, no good. As Van Ryn goes up for the shot, or check, that was Watkins, goes up for the shot on the rebound. She's fouled.
Owls, number 0, Sid Lovelace. That's her second personal foul. To the line to shoot 2, number 12, Sadie Watkins.
As Watkins going up to the free throw line to shoot 2. And she gets that one to go in, gets a nice little kiss off the glass. As she gets set for one more, the crowd starts kind of rolling in a little bit more for the guys' action. And that one's no good. Rebound for the Blazers, put back no good, pit back no good. Van Ryn goes to put it back up as she's fouled. As Van Ryn's going to go up to the line.
Foul on the Owls, number 34, Macy Glover. That's her third personal foul. To the line to shoot 2, Alex Van Ryn.
Glover with the foul. That's going to be her third. As the free throw is good by Van Ryn. Yeah. As she makes them both. Owls with the ball across the timeline. Udy has it, hands it off to Moore. The top of the key drives left side. Now Starkovich has it left wing, hands it off to Udy. Dribbles out, hands it off to Moore. A little three-man weave up top right now. Now Udy has it, tries to get down to Starkovich. As arms kind of got crossed on the entry pass. As Starkovich is fouled, as they're going to get Marcos with the foul. It's going to be her fourth. Starkovich at the line with only 2 points on the night. High free throw, no good. 54 seconds to go in the game. Platt with the ball from the right wing, drives the baseline, pulls back out of it, hands it over to Taylor. She dribbles top of the key, looks left side, hands it off to Watkins. Cross dribble, left side, drives to the baseline, kicks it back out to Taylor. Taylor drives the baseline, shot's partially blocked. It's going to go out of bounds. It should stay with the Blazers, and it does with 33.5 seconds left. As we're trying to decide what's going on, inbounds. Taylor with the inbounds, try to get to Marcos by the board, partially tipped, and then Starkovich steals it away for the Owls with 25 seconds left. And it looks like the Blazers are going to fall 62-36 as they will await Shawnee Mission East on Tuesday night at home. It's going to be the senior night and the last possible. We're going to see if we can get a video broadcast going. 2 seconds on the clock, and that's going to be the ball game. 62-36 is the score. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll get everything reset for the guys' action. And then we'll be back with the McCarthy Got a Good pregame show coming up in about 5 minutes right here on the Blazer Broadcast Network.